Well, good afternoon. I'm just going to unfold my umbrella for the not the system. So we have had our first couple of cars through the stage. In front of us, orange Hillman Avenger opening up the show, and what a car to see. I'll just flick back to the entry. I've got 5 or 6 pages of things open on my phone, so let's get the right one up, yeah, and we can talk about the right people. Dominic Hodge. Car 219 making his way through with Brian Cammack alongside in that little Micra of our Pirelli Welsh Championship crews. Lyndon Jones, John Roberts flicking the sunbeam through this sweeping set of bends that we find ourselves on here in Clocaenog. We've moved a bit further down the stage now, away from the stop line. We had cameras in stage earlier as well, towards the end of the stage. Sam was doing the business down there earlier, and then we've moved up here, and I'm with Sam again now as we bring from slightly earlier in the stage this time. A nice set of flowing, sweeping bends. It should be good to see people on the limit. Try and work out exactly how slippy this stage is going to be this afternoon. We had 8 retirements in here this morning, and lots of drivers saying how unbelievably rough it was at the start of the stage. First mile or so really rough. Following 10 miles, 10.8 miles or so, not too bad. And this section we're on here is certainly a nice wide forest track, which has been sort of made to accommodate the trucks that bring the wind farm equipment in, and also the forestry logging trucks as well. So plenty of space for the trucks to get around, and also great for dancing rally cars through as well, isn't it? So I mentioned earlier in the stream, on the previous stream, about the results. I was wrong again. It just becomes a habit after a while. If you want to see results for today's rally, the Sporty app actually has all the codes you need. But results.djames is the place to be. Welsh rallying weather. When you see the dust, sorry, the dust. We won't see that today. When you see the dirt coming up behind the car light, it's great. Getting Price then really chomping at the bit, taking quite a bit of time out of that 106 in front. Difficult to see the numbers down the side of the cars. That's the problem now. We'll do our very best anyway to let you know. But yes, as I was saying, the results then, so you can go to results.btrda, rallyresults.co.uk, but it's DJs that are bringing the results service this weekend. Second of the Micra kit cars. Two on 6. Pushing hard. John Clayton and Graham Wild alongside for the ride this weekend. Something about those wide arch Micras, isn't it? They just look so planted. Good looking car. 1400 power units in them, pushing them through this gloomy forest here in North Wales. We are in Clocaenog Forest. Like I say, rally runs out of Llandudno and then down to the Forest of North Wales. We lost stage 1 this morning, Elsie. Short shot blast through there was cut short when one of the early runners in the Mini took a liking to a fence post, which meant the car was abandoned in the middle of the road, stricken. We had to turn the cars around and send everybody else back out of the stage and reroute the cars down to stage 2. So the first cars first sort of stage that the cars really got into was our Clocanog stage, just shy of 12 miles. A real baptism of fire for everyone. So a big shout out to everyone who's joined us today so far on the streams. It's very much appreciated. As always with the special stage live streaming, if you want to interact with us, you can do, and we will put you in the draw to win some Rally is Life and special stage merchandise. So please drop us a message, let us know what you're up to today, where you're watching from. Lots of people watching from around the world, so come along, say hello, who are you cheering on? To this end of the year, it'll be a welcome addition, I think. It certainly is today. It's cold here in Wales, and got the big coat on for the first time this year. We're back out again next weekend at Alton Park for the first round of the Circuit Rally Championship. Again, that'll be another big coat jobby, I think. I think that's it for the year now. Steve Gaston is watching from Jersey. Welcome along, Steve. No doubt cheering on. Sam Toodle, who's out for a run in the forests. Never been on gravel before. If you saw Sam's interview earlier, it's so worth going back and watching it again. If you haven't seen it, just go and find it in the on the YouTube stream from this morning. It was hilarious. First time on gravel. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so happy in all my life. He was having a whale of a time in that car. We've just seen Dan Chester's through in the little Micra. Not the usual blue Beamer. Out in a little Rally School Micra today. 225. Ross Clements, Christopher Lear in the MG Welsh Championship Cruise. Penultimate round of the Pirelli Welsh Rally Championship this weekend. Join me in 2 weeks' time it is, isn't it? 2 weeks' time down the Wydene. There'll be another cold one down there. Always is on the Wydene. Cold and wet and slippy event down in the Forest of Dean to round things up. A little bit at the minute, so sending all our wishes, Brynmore, if you're listening this afternoon. You've been in hospital, so hopefully you're on the mend, and yeah, we'll see you back in the forest soon, no doubt. You need to be a circus performer to be able to juggle phones and microphones and umbrellas. One of my cars of the day, that. I love that. Paul Ellis, Ian Nichols. First time out in 30 years for the Skoda 130. It's, yeah, like I say, last rallied 30 years ago in the forests, and they've brought it back to life again and brought it back out this weekend. Fantastic to see that little Skoda going for it. Aidan Gregory and Mark Casey in the Ford Fiesta ST. They've done a good chunk of stage 5 here in Clocanog. second pass of this stage, doing well, taking time out of that little Skoda in front. We're about 2/3 of the way through this almost 12-mile stage here in Clocaenog to get things going this afternoon on the Lewis and Hunter Contractors Limited Cambrian Rally 2025. As the UK rallying calendar sort of starts to ebb away and we work towards the end of the season. We've got the Circuit Rally Championship kicking off in just a week's time. Alton Park will be there with all the action from the Neil Howard stages, sponsored by Salford Van Hire. So join us on special stage for that one next weekend. It's going to be a cracker. My local track as well, so not too far to go for me. Charlie Tuthill, as ever, flat out in the MG. He'll have taken a minute out of Chris Bush and Rob Brinchicken in that course, and they weren't hanging about either, were they? So, yeah, it just gives you an idea of what the sort of pace that Charlie has got. He's an incredible talent and certainly one to watch over the coming years. You listen to the MG in the background going down the long straight across the back of us. Flat chat sideways into view. .203, Dylan Fowler Bishop. Dan Evans chucking the micro in. You like that? Looking good. Not the wide arch version, but it doesn't matter, does it? Might not look quite as aggressive and sporty, but still, if you can pedal an unarched micro like that, that's a lighter version, isn't it? Less weight, no arches on it. Rain's just started and just stopped again, but I think the clouds are behind us. Car 202 then, Nigel Jenkins and Karen Jenkins in the Nova. Nigel and Kaz going well. They are the last of the 1400s on the road, so we should be looking at car number 1 now, but I feel there's a lot of cars missing there. We'll keep an eye on that. We have had quite an attrition rate, so we'll have to have a little look. It might be that the tracker gives the last of the 1400s on the road, so we should be looking at car number 1 now, but I feel there's a lot of cars missing there. We'll keep an eye on that. We have had quite an attrition rate, so we'll have to have a little look. It might be that the tracker gives us more information on that one. Keep an eye out for a couple more of the 2-drive cars. three. There's two together, 2:05, 2:06. A ding-dong battle on stage. They'll be with us shortly. That's Richard Perry and Julia Perry in the Nova. Gary Smith in the Escort as well. So we'll see how that unfolds as they come towards us. One of them having an issue. So shout out to Keith Anglesey for watching. Thank you for tuning in, Keith. I saw your comment. It's disappeared off my phone now, but I did see your comment before I flash back onto it. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next weekend, no doubt, at Alton Park. Martin Reed is a leaderboard update on here that I can give you a sort of idea. It's difficult with it running in reverse sort of seeding to start with, so difficult to give you an idea of what is exactly going on. Let's see these two through first. Richard and Julia Perry in the Nova. I think they've been caught by car 206. They were looking to get past. I can hear the horn. It wasn't very loud, and with all the mud around these days on this event anyway, it's difficult to see the car behind you. The wind has picked up. It certainly has, Adam. It's been very blustery all day, to be honest with you. We were lucky earlier. We've been hidden at the stop line. It was quite sheltered where we were, so it didn't seem too bad. But yeah, we're certainly getting blown about and drenched now, as you can probably just about make out from the camera, and the noise of the rain on the microphone as well, on the umbrella. So what time is the BRC running? So first of all, Martin Reed, is there a leaderboard update? The best thing to do with the leaderboard is to go to results.djames, and that will be a comprehensive rundown of everything you need to know results wise for the National Rally. And then there's also the Interclub Rally, which is running under the BTRDA rally results flag as well. So let me, what I'll do is, if I can do this with my gloves on, copy that, and I will put it into the chat down here below. There we go. That's oh, where's that gone? There's your Interclub, and it's a bit difficult when the events run separate categories, so just bear with me. Let's try and get you everything you need. And this is your National Rally leaderboard. There you go. Hopefully that should help. Two lots of results there. One Interclub, one National. Gives you all the information on there for all the crews. Copy that link, put it into your browser, and then you'll find everything you need to know in there regarding results up to stage 4, which is our one. We're in stage 5 now, Clocaenog 2, but you'll have up-to-date results from those first 4 stages. If you'd like to give me, if you want me to give you a little update, I can tell you. So in regards of the National Rally, the big boys at the front of the field, cars 1 through to 22 effectively, Max McRae is leading the way. 8.7 seconds is the lead over Will Crichton. Marion Evans is just about 3 seconds behind, 2.5 seconds behind that. Romet Jurgensen just 1.5 seconds behind that. Kalle Gustafsson in his first event away from Sweden. Very experienced on home soil, but hasn't done anything away from home. Enjoying the conditions this morning, so it was like being at home, actually, to be fair. He's around about 15 seconds further back, and then Gary Pearson has dropped a minute nearly with Puncher, as was Tom Williams and various other crews as well suffering. So results are all there for the National Rally. Let me just flick over to here. Right then, so Interclub. Matt Hurst, Declan Deer having a storm of a rally. They currently lead the Interclub by 34.2 seconds over Elliot Payne. Struggle this morning for pace, he was saying, but it seems like that issue is he just hasn't quite found his rhythm at the minute. Matthew, not taking anything away from Matthew and Deck, they've been flying this season, and it's been fantastic to watch them. They've had some real pace, really good to see. Liam Clark is third, Alex Vassallo fourth, Dan Hyones fifth, Martin O'Brien sixth with Matt Edwards alongside him, James Ford in seventh. That's a great result for James in the Escort, if that's the case. He's driving Mark II Escort, everything else around him, Rally 2 and 4-wheel drive machinery. John Crawford 8th, Patrick Lane 9th, Ewan Roberts Jr. in 10th in the Mark III, the Escort G3. So excellent stuff. Like I say, the results are all there. If you want to click on those links, you'll find out everything you need to know. What time are the BRC through? They are in stage now. I can hear them. They are making their way towards us and be with us in around about 17 seconds. That's my guess. 17 seconds. Someone can... Wasn't it, or it isn't, it's awful now. Watching from Crete, lovely stuff. Brian Launchbury keeping warm, Rally Stig and everyone else out there. Back in Llanberis in front of the fire, waiting for the live coverage. James Jones. It's been a busy weekend in Llanberis, hasn't it? Isn't it the Snowdon Marathon today? I've got friends running in it, so I think it's today. That is something that you're not going to see me do ever. Running a marathon, and certainly not at Snowdon. Stafford Saab watching from Worcester on a weekend break. Thank you very much for tuning in. Lots of people commenting and getting in touch. Jamie Vaughan, good afternoon. Michelle Petrie as well. Petrie, I'll never get that right. Hi Phil, me and Shelley Froggatt are marshalling in Alwyn. It's cold and wet. Have a good day. Great coverage. Thank you very much. Loads of people getting in touch. Like I say, Steve Job in Home Firth as well. Yeah, lots and lots. Watching from sunny Barbados. There's always one, isn't there? Hey, show off. Lovely stuff. Thank you for joining us from Barbados. If you could just send us a little bit of that weather. And if Calvin Holdsworth can do the same from Crete, eventually we will have some sun. It is bouncing down here now. Absolutely awful. The wind has picked up. The rain is horrendous. And we're trying not to get soaked. Is probably the best way of putting it. Just trying to get the rain off the equipment. Poor Sam is stood here with no umbrella. He's not loving this at all. 17 seconds was ambitious as well, wasn't it? I heard a car in the background and I genuinely thought we were in for some Rally 1 action. Rally 2 action immediately. But anyway, they are on the way, I promise. I can't hear anything because the rain's that loud on the umbrella. It sounds like they're on the way now. Let's say 17 seconds from now. Watch from a cold, windy York. Loving the coverage. Thank you, Angus. Angus and Sue. Stu Mod. Oi, oi. Dave Lloyd Thomas looks kinder this afternoon. Oh, we said that, didn't we? It's absolutely not. Terry Vernon up the road from me in Winsford. It'll be sunny there, definitely. Will Crichton. Just balancing that car through the corner. Wanting to slide wide and understeer, but just balancing it enough to get it round. He needs to get to the end of the rally, so no heroics really from Will. Myrian was setting some good pace in the sister car. He won't be too far off us as well. So, and Romet Jurgensen in there as well. John Charlie Jones. Dean Roskell's joined us. He'll be through very shortly, hopefully. Dino. He was telling me yesterday he didn't want you getting in touch with us because it was embarrassing, and he's, oh, you're always on our live streams. I love it, Dean. You get in touch with us as much as you like. Tell us all your stories about him as well if you want. We'd like to make sure we comment and give him a bit of stick. If nothing else, it looks brilliant. Romet Jorgensen then throwing the Fiesta Rally 2 through horrendous conditions here in Clocaenog. Sam, it's when me and you are together, this is what happens when me and you are working together. This is what it's like. It's flipping awful here. God, I can barely hold the umbrella at the same time as talking to you. This is not good. I'm blaming Sam. It's always when me and Sam are together on stage. Suma's watching from Ross Niger, so I'm hoping with the sea breeze, Stu, that's probably beautiful blue skies there. Anyway, yeah, we wait for the third of our BRC title protagonists to enter shot. And there we go. Dale Furness alongside Marion. It's a mean-looking car with those lights on the front of it, isn't it? Looks good. Steve Simmons is watching. Cheers for tuning in, Steve. Ash was going to go, couldn't make it. Tom Davies at cars on stage. So yeah, we've with the Facebook feed if you want to be in with a chance of winning the Rallying is Life special stage Lombard RAC Rally style hat, then make sure you like the stream and you comment on it. Let us know what you're up to, where you're at, like all these guys have done as well. Rob S, Gogo, Kelly Gustafsson. Brett Marriott says, who was there this morning, it was rather chilly. Yes, it hasn't warmed up. It's got a lot wetter, but it hasn't warmed up. Gary Pearson. Bit of a torrid time today for Gary. His struggle this morning, had a big puncture. Ripped quite a lot of the front end off. You saw the light hanging out of the car that time round. Yeah, it's not been the best of mornings for Gary, but pace is there, obviously. See that from him coming through that. Barry Allman, great coverage as always. Nice and, well, I think you're supposed to say warm, but you put worm. Nice and warm in my computer room at home. Cheers for all your team. James Ford is quick in anything. Yeah, you're right, he is. Yeah, he can certainly pedal. A rally car can James. Mason Weiss sending my appreciation from the States. Stay dry, my friend. Thank you, Mason. I really appreciate that. Send us some of your warm weather. That would be nice. It's Baltic. Whereabouts in the States are you, Mason? Let us know. Thank you so much for enduring this for our entertainment. It's not an enjoy. My appreciation from the States. Stay dry, my friend. Thank you, Mason. I really appreciate that. Send us some of your warm weather. That would be nice. It's Baltic. Whereabouts in the States are you, Mason? Let us know. Thank you so much for enduring this for our entertainment. It's not an enduring. I love it. I've got an umbrella up. What more could I want? I'm seeing the likes of Matt Hurst and Declan Deere putting in performances like that. It's, why would I be anywhere else? I love it. This is what we're here for. Special stage. We are rally fans at the end of the day. I would be here if I wasn't talking to you guys anyway. Fantastic stuff. Little GPX is tuning in after a cold shift, marshalling at the Motorist. What's been going on at the Motorist today, guys? Let me know. What's been happening there? I know Mr. Woodford hasn't been there. On holidays, isn't he? Swanning off on holiday, trying to get a bit of sunshine while we're all getting washed away in Wales. Let us know what's going on. Kevin Griffiths is watching from Bali. Here is Mr. Gustafsson, Calais Gustafsson. Very much, Fionn. Rob Trotman watching from Gloucester in the newly built man cave. I like that. I like that. You know what would look really good in your man cave? Special stage rallying his life hat. Here is Mr. Payne. Elliot and Charlie. Elliot Payne, son of Charlie. Patrick Walsh. Superstar Patrick Walsh alongside. I was a bit dubious when I got here. I wasn't sure whether this corner would be any good, but proving to be amazing. Great to see the cars sliding around and being thrown side to side as they come into view as well. Really good stuff. Robbie Forsberg, come on Calais from Sweden, show them your back. He is doing. It certainly is. He's impressed me today. Had a nice chat with him earlier at the end of stage 2, and just watching the way he can control that Fiesta through here, brilliant stuff to see. Really, really good. I want him to come back. Can we have him back next year? Let's have him back. Tom Williams up next then. Using all the road. Maybe a couple of bits of undergrowth as well there as he fires that Skoda Rally 2 through the stage. Michael Gilby alongside. Had a little chat with him earlier, didn't we, while they were changing their tyre. It was tough morning for the guys in the Skoda. As they were getting back in the car to head off, Michael turned to me and went, "Bloody rally cars." I think that pretty much summed up his mood. No, Michael a while. He's a hell of a character, a brilliant guy. But yeah, when you put your heart and effort in, and it's one stage down, one tough time on the scoreboard, it's disheartening, isn't it? So yeah, puncher for the crew in the Skoda Rally 2 this morning. Going well on the return here now, second time through. Jackie Stanley, come on car 93. Two mics do make a right. I saw that. Mr. Jennings' car. Yes, Mike told me to do it. It's also across the bonnet and the boot as well. Leon Clark, Jack Morton. Going well. Looking good. Pavel Pau. Love some proper gravel rallying. Greetings from Poland. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really good to see you on board. Egg Custard is watching. Thank you, Egg Custard. It's nice to know it's not just me with a stupid name on Facebook. Love that. Unless that is your actual name, that'd be a terrible thing to say, wouldn't it? Imagine being called Egg Custard and then me telling it's rubbish. Hopefully that's not the case. Chris Hamley cars are live in SS5, so hopefully we'll be seeing something soon. Yeah, these were messages from earlier on. But thank you very much for tuning in. Troy Hood, Lee Stant, Colin Keenan, everyone on both platforms. So Mason's watching from Michigan, rally capital of the US. Good man. We were talking with Owen Kuehl yesterday at the mini Rally Challenge social gathering, and he was telling me all about competing in America and Canada. Yeah, he had lots of fond memories of travelling around the States competing, so he's over here now. Okay, Philip Hughes is watching from Wrexham, as 3 of his customers are competing this weekend. Tony Brown watching from Pembrokeshire, looking forward to the RAC rally, of course. Romet now 0.1 of a second ahead of Max. Well, I mean, when you see the pace that Romet was carrying through here, that is some going. So maybe I can give you a little bit of an update on the results as a whole. So Romet took a huge chunk out of well, everyone really, to be fair. 11.06.4 through this stage. Closest to him, Will Crichton, 11.13.6. Max McRae, 11.19.1. Max looked really quick, didn't he? Myrion, 11.22.2. So how does that look overall then now? Well, Roman Jurgensen leads. Closest to him, Will Crichton, 11.13.6. Max McRae, 11.19.1. Max looked really quick, didn't he? Myrion, 11.22.2. So how does that look overall then now? Well, Roman Jurgensen leads the rally by 0.00.1. 0.1 of a second is in simple terms. This man won't mind now. I'm surprised you can see past his smile. He was having such a good time this morning. Sam Touzle, first ever gravel rally, flying. The man is flying. He's having a great time behind the wheel of that car. He'll be going back down to the Channel Islands, asking them all to change the tarmac to gravel down there, all the roads, dig all the roads up, let's have them as gravel roads. So, 0.1 of a second difference to Romet Jurgensen from Max McRae. Will Crichton is 3.3 seconds behind Romet, and Myrion Evans 14.3. So, the three title chasers for the 2025 crown, all within 14.3 seconds of each other. Dan O'Brien next through for us. It says Niall Burns on my entry list, but I think it might be Ocean Price that's in that car with him. Do need to confirm that, don't just take my word for it. But, yeah, it might well be. Oh, Price anyway on the door. Makes his way through. First time back on the gravel for Roski since this time last year, actually. Craig Simkis in the car with him, ably guiding him along. Dan O'Brien, it is Ocean Price in there as well. So a little bit of on-rally tuition from Ocean there. He'll be giving Dan a little bit of a few pointers here and there. Not that Dan can't drive, Dan's a fantastic driver. Ocean sat there will be just be able to just throw in a few comments for Dan, and I'm sure Dan will appreciate that, and the pace will be there throughout. Maybe Ocean's decided he's had enough and he wants to go co-driving. Robert Proudlock, Harry Marchbank. They've decided Rally 3 is the way forward, and they're going to stick it to the Rally 2s. Chucking it into view. That was great to see, wasn't it, as it came into view there. Fantastic stuff. The Rally 3 Fiesta having a good go at keeping up with these Rally 2 cars. Like that, Robert. Made the step up from the Peugeots into Rally 3 Fiesta material. The rain is coming down again. It looks a bit more persistent again this time. It keeps having its moments. Got a can of pop down here. It'll be full of water by the time I come round to drinking it. That's fantastic to see. Hugh Hunter, Andy Marchbank back out after their troublesome morning with the big puncher. I keep saying big puncher. The punchers are all the same. You can't have a big one and a small, can you? A puncher. Nothing left of the tyre, completely shredded. It happened early on in this 11.8 mile stage, and unfortunately the crew really dejected when they got to the end. It was horrible to see. Having known Hugh and Andy and how fun-loving they are, it's difficult to see them when they're in a down mood like that. Not good. But got the car back. It's all good to go again. A little bit of gaffer tape fixing the back end of the car, and we're good to go again. So great to see them back out again. Obviously Hugh, title sponsor, main sponsor for this year's 2025 Cambrian Rally, the Lewis and Hunter Contracting Limited Rally. I was here a few years back. I want to say it was 2010. Let me see if these guys, oh my Sam might not, but Jamie, with all your knowledge, Cambrian Rally. Mickelson competed, Hervenen was 0 car. Everyone online will know. I give it 10 seconds and I'll be getting threatened because I didn't know the answer to that. Yeah, I'm going to go, 2009. Dan Highorns just keeping it out of the scenery there. Front puncher, hence the reason he managed to, he drifted wide, but hence the reason he managed to slow it down enough. Front puncher, well done to stay out the scenery there. It did well to keep that on the road. Doesn't seem to be losing too much time at the minute either, which is a good thing. Master of Rally Motor, yes it is Ocean, thank you. You see, by the time I've checked my sort of facts, you guys have done it for me, so I really do appreciate that. Thank you guys. I'm happy for you to interact with me and tell me whether I'm right or wrong. It's good. I'm glad that you're paying attention. It's all just to make sure you're all tuned in and you're watching properly. Martin Dixon says, great to see the old Skoda 130L out again. I never get in one to a result on the 85 RAC. Brilliant, reliable car. Happy memories. I hope you're keeping out of the rain. Pat Naylor says, anything that the Rally 2s can do, I can do better with the now aging Rally 9, I was going to call it then, the Evo 9. Rally Arts Mitsubishi Evo 9. Yeah, fantastic. Just a little dab on the brake there, back wheels locked, and around we went. Perfect stuff. This is good. Enjoying this rain. It's livening things up a little bit, maybe. It's good. My hands are freezing trying to hold the umbrella and the phone at the same time. Okay. That'll be the noise of Dan Horn's car struggling its way. With the puncher on the front right. Henderson made a comment this morning saying it was one of the roughest stages he's ever driven. Hopefully he's not finding it quite as bad this afternoon. Martin McCormack. That's incredible to see Marty back out again. He had all sorts of issues with the car this morning. He had to drive with his foot on the clutch. stuck in gear, puncher, you name it. He was having a bit of trouble this morning. John Bannister in the Subaru making his way through the stage after Martin. Julie Ponting's back on, watching for Jack Burns and Lucy Guthridge again in car 95. They'll be here soon. Not too long to wait. That sunshine lighting the road up as the cars go out of shot. It looks really sort of atmospheric, doesn't it? Very Rally GB-esque, RAC-esque with Marty McCall. That doesn't sound quite as good now. Anyway, back to Rally 2 machinery. John Crawford, car 26. Josh Davison alongside, taking some time to get into that car, getting used to the conditions today. Seems to be working for the guys now, though. I don't know if anybody got that photo then. I had my photography head on then as David Henderson came through, and back end of the car just drifted slightly wider, and the tyres went through that puddle on the outside. And as it hit the water, obviously splashing out of the puddle, but the front inside wheel cocked as well. So it'd been a hell of a shot if anyone's got it. I don't know if anybody's around here with a camera. Not many people here with still cameras at the minute, but yeah, that would have been a fantastic shot if anyone had got that. It would look really cool. Maybe you could take a freeze frame from our video. Rob Cotton. Another driver to say that he hadn't quite got the rhythm this morning. He seems to have got it now. Looked really quick through here in the Subaru Impreza. Yeah, it was great to see that through there. Richard Morton Crozier alongside. Going nicely. Let's see if we can find out what's happening in terms of results then. Let's have a little look and see if we can find any inter-club results BTRDA wise. That will give us Welsh and BTRDA Championship results. Just getting away with that. As they came into view there, I could see Matt's face through the screen and the side window. And he looked a little bit like this could be too fast for this corner. And sure enough, they just drifted into the ditch on the outside. Luckily, nothing in there to catch anybody out. So got away with that one. But a little bit of a moment there for Martin O'Brien. They said Martin McCormack. I know it wasn't Martin. Martin O'Brien and Matt Edwards in that Fiesta Rally 2. They've been going really well today, pushing hard as Martin. A little too hard almost. Thankfully, I actually expected a big bang then. Just as you can probably just about make out, there's two white posts. They're a high power cable running under the road down there, and there's a track that runs off to the wind turbines. And I just thought there was a culvert there. I was expecting them to hit this culvert and bounce back up onto the road and probably rip a wheel off. But luckily, nothing like that there. So they got away with that one. Got away with that one. Trying hard. So let's flick to next stage. Okie dokie. Bob Morgan up next for us. Car 29. So, fastest of the interclubs through here, Matthew Hurst, Elliot Payne, for 3.5 seconds slower than Matthew for this one. Liam Clark in third. So sort of much of a muchness really as the rally unfolds. Top three going forward, staying the same. Alex Vassallo as well. Dan Hyons will have lost some time, although he hasn't dropped too much time, to be fair to him. Let's have a little look. Yeah, he's 3 minutes off the pace now with that puncher. Rob Morris in the Citroen C3 Rally 2. Lights on the car, ready for later. He must know something we don't. Hopefully we haven't got a late finish like that. We don't want a night stage. I'll be on my way home by then. I've got a busy day tomorrow. Children's parties. Ooh, the dreaded children's parties. My daughter has a birthday party at a play barn, and I'm in charge. Anyone want to stand in for me while I sleep? Doesn't sound fun, does it, that? Not for me anyway. I'm sure Molly will have a great time. Ian Jones is back home after retiring. New engine getting hot and the fan not working. That's a shame, Ian. Really sorry to hear that. Jim McFellis is tuned in, Steve Noble as well. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Hopefully you can get that car sorted, Ian. I'll see you back out very soon. Philip Pick, Christophe Leroy over from Belgium. A little bit different to what they're used to for sure, but when we spoke to them earlier, having a whale of a time, having a really, really good run, enjoying themselves. That's what it's all about, isn't it? You know, we go to Belgium for the iconic tarmac stages from that country, and these guys come over to Wales for the iconic gravel of Clochainog and Brennig. Well, I've seen them on the Rally GB stages over the years, so why not come and have a go? See for everyone. Come on, Gustafsson's over here as well, and Kalle, you know, first time outside of Sweden. I'm sure he'll be telling his friends about this when he gets back. They'll be all watching special stage later. We'll see a whole fleet of Scandinavians over here. He'll be interested to see how his times match with Romet Jurgensen's as well. Little Estonia versus Sweden battle there again. Both in Rally 2 Fiestas. Neither shy to get the back end of the car out either, Andy. God, you know what, Angus, you've just made my year. That's the best news I've seen. You'll get an extra hour in bed tonight. Yes. The whole of the Clochainog around me stood here and just gone, oh, thank God for that. Brilliant news, thank you. And that's the best news I've heard. We'll need it. It might be an extra hour in the shower trying to get the feeling back in my fingers after this. It's pretty dire again at the minute with the rain. It can only be Ewan Roberts Jr. Another sort of first time back out on gravel for about a year. We've seen him sideways on the tarmac around the country, but now we're seeing him in the gravel, and I think there's more of an excuse to go sideways here, surely. James Ford, Neil Shanks, showing just how quick they are. Next we're taking a good chunk of time out of Ewan as well, aren't we? So just showers everywhere you look at them, innit? Let's have a little flick down the leaderboard and see if I can find times for some of the other crews. Nice. Jenkins is leading the way in the 1400s. Dylan Fowler Bishop and John Clayton, by the looks of things. Car 216 going well. Lost a lot of crews, didn't we, in that initial field of cars from the 200s. high attritional rate here in North Wales this weekend. Lamps, just in case, you never know. It was a long morning, it might be a long afternoon. They could be the sensible ones. They look good anyway, didn't it? Come into view sideways with the 6 PIAA spot lamp covers facing straight at us. Look really good. Back out, this time in a rally or an R5 Fiesta. Ewan Evans watching from New Quay, Ceredigion, cheering on local boys Marion Evans and Chris Richmond Hand. Yeah, we'll see Chris through very shortly, hopefully, in that Starlet. Teal Jacks watching from Greece. Stop everything, I want to see that again. Just bear with me while I watch the replay on my phone. I need to see that. That was fantastic, wasn't it? Just been sort of talking about Chris Richmond Hand, and then he came into view like that. Clearly pushing extremely hard. That was brilliant to see. Yes, there we go. Why go in a straight line when you don't need to? I mean, look at that. Fantastic stuff. Well done, Chris. Where was I? Teal Jacks were saying, watching from Greece, used to do the Cambrian in 93 to 97 in a Mini. Happy days. It's good to hear. Lots of underbody protection flapping away underneath the Peugeot. The gloves aren't wanting to let me do anything. Joseph Kelly, I think that was car 36, although the Motorsport Island Peugeots obviously all look very similar, but I think that was Joseph Kelly. I didn't quite grab the number. So Martin McCormack took a stage maximum through Alwyn 1 this morning, but he's back out to have a good crack with this BMW. See if he can get some reliability in the car. Jack Harris, car 39, going well in the Fiesta. Same colour scheme, but different mark. Crisper 7 watching from Poland. Love British Motorsport, go Max McRae. Robert Rich has been out in Belgium for the FIRC through the summer in the Red 106. Awesome place. Looking forward to being back in the forest in Grisdale. First time in the forest since the Nicky Grist. We will be there. We'll be bringing all the coverage from Grisdale Forest to you when we head that way for the final round of the Pro Tyre Auto Care BTRDA National Gravel Rally Championship. Looks like it's going to go down to the wire. It's been a fantastic year's rally, hasn't it? with that and the Pirelli Welsh Championships. So good to see the competition at all levels throughout the championships as well. Really good to see.
Sam Mason up next for us. James Seymour alongside him. Those raucous Peugeots going as well as they look, going as well as they sound. Lots of love for the Starlet. Dave Cram, Amphlett Eyes. That was incredible. Wow, Starlet. Totty Towers rallying that Starlet. Hi, watching from Western Australia. Thank you, Dave Price, for choosing us and tuning in. SM46 to the Cambrian back in the 80s in a larder. Brilliant event. Tell us more. What kind of larder was it? We need to know. How did you get on? Did you get some good results? Must have been a hell of an event back then. Paul Thompson in the Escort making his way through. That's car 42, Malton Motor Club guys. And Simon Jones from Broughton and Bretton, not too far away. We're due to see Will Rowlands any time now. Will was really struggling with things this morning. The conditions of the stages were really not to his liking at all. He's a bit of a tarmac man. He doesn't like a forest rally, but he can pedal a car, as you can see. But yeah, he just wasn't quite happy with the forest this morning. It was too rough for his liking, is what he was saying. So yeah, he says expect him to see him back on tarmac. We're going well. Will from Ballot. Wind chills just picking up again. Cold, isn't it? Poor Sam's hand's about to drop off. I've got gloves on and my hands are dropping off. Oh, I don't know. What do we do it for, Sammy? What do we do it for? I know exactly what we do it for. We do it because of that Starless. That's what we do it for. It's been fantastic actually watching here today. Reece Yates, Alex Lee, betting themselves into the Escort in readiness for an assault on the Roger Albert Clark Rally next month, no doubt. Totty Towers rallying, says watching this makes me so desperate to get back out in Eric on the Wydene. Well, come on then. What are you waiting for? I don't know who Eric is, but whoever he is or whatever he is, he's coming out on the Wydene hopefully. I'm hoping that's a car. You might just have to completely clarify that for us, Totty Towers rallying. Eric the Escort, I assume. Flick back over to the YouTube. Flick back over to the Facebook pages. See what's happening on Facebook with you guys. Woolgutting. Next up for us then. Bex Hinton's watching. she's tuned in. She's back in the warm car again. Tell you what, back in the warm car watching from the end of Alwen, hailing here right now. Yeah, we had a bit of hail as well, actually, Bex. We're only over the other side of the forest from you. Working with Bex and Matt this morning around the end of stage interviews. Andy Davis, Ian Beamond running just to the edge of the road there in their Escort. Yeah, it was hailing here as well. It just can't make its mind up, can it? It's either dry or blustery, and then wet and blustery, and then, I don't know, hailing, and yeah. The wind seems to be blowing in the complete opposite direction now. It's a strange one. The wind turbines are all doing about turn. So yeah, proper professional in that weather. That thing. Not sure about that, Adam. Thank you. The professionals are sat in the car at Alwen, I'll tell you that much. Luke Constantine, afternoon. Phil, watching from home, cheering on Tom. Yes, thank you, Luke. It's weird not seeing you both out. I'm so used to seeing both of you. And when the other Adam came through earlier, that confused me even more when I saw another Adam that wasn't a Constantine Adam. Yeah, anyone wondering what an Adam is, that's an Opal, not just another random person's name like the Eric. Stuart Hassel is watching from Fillingley in Warwickshire. Thank you guys for tuning in. Nicky Jackson cheering on nephew Tom Constantine. Another one there, hello. 2 people for Tom straight away. And Tony Walker in car 62. Philip Bayliss, he's been having a good day today as well. He's been enjoying himself in these tricky conditions. The Evo suited to the sort of slightly rougher sections toward the start of this stage, and no issues to report. When I spoke to him at the end of stage 2, he enjoyed it. Brad Cole's tuned in as well. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us. I feel bad that I haven't seen you all year, really, have I? Tarmacking, rallying, and I've not really done any of the tarmac stuff this year, which is very peculiar. It's weird. I'm not used to not doing any tarmac rallying, really, on the Pro Tyre Asphalt Championship. I will be at the awards do, though, so I'm hoping any of you guys that are going to the awards do on Saturday the 8th of November. Oh, excuse me, that's coming out of nowhere. Excuse me. Yeah, Saturday the 8th of November. I'm hoping to bump into you all at the awards do. I will be there with the rest of the special stage team. As long as I get back from the Whiting in time. We've got to travel back north anyway, so we might as well go and have a few beers, haven't we, on the way back home. So yes, we'll be making our journey over from the Forest of Dean to the awards do, and hopefully we'll see you all there. Brian Lilly is watching from North Lincolnshire, keeping it in there. Mr. Hurst, he was, wasn't he? You see, watching from Huntley. Kevin Massey. Brian Hewitt sat at home in Blackpool after radio duty this morning on SS1. Thank you for your help and your work, Brian, on SS1 this morning. I know things didn't go to plan on that one for you, but well done getting home in time to catch stage 5. Lewis Hooper, car 53. Colin Taylor summed it up. Went to the first stage, delayed this morning, saw about 8 minis. And then the stage was cancelled and he got soaked to the skin in the meantime. Oh yeah, it's not much of a fun day, is it, that when you only see a few cars. Yeah. But, thank you very much, Colin, for tuning in to us this afternoon. Hopefully we're brightening your day a little bit, even though ours isn't bright at all at the minute. Craig Lewer watching from sunny Carlisle. Makes a difference being sunny but cold outside. Yeah, it's freezing, isn't it? We spoke to Simon already. Richard Brooks watching from Prestatyn with Mr. Brooks and our granddaughter Olivia. Hello Olivia, hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the rallying. Warren Philliskirk, now here's a man we should be talking to live. Where are you, Warren? You should be here with me. We've got a right good catch up about your rallying journey over the years. He's having a cup of tea, watching the great coverage. Sun shining here in Yorkshire. Come on the Yorkshire lads. Elliot Payne will be one of those. Trying to chase down Matt Hurst, who himself is a Yorkshire lad, so best of both worlds there. Howard Price, you can't beat watching from home. You say that, Howard, I know it's raining and I know it's cold and I'm freezing and I'm wet and soaked to the bone almost. My legs certainly are because they're not under the umbrella. And you know, it's not the the weather conditions that some of the viewers in Barbados and Crete are experiencing. However, and Carlisle because it's sunny there as well. However, I would rather be here than home. I know that sounds horrible. My family, if they're listening, will hate me for that. But they can come as well if they wanted to. They can come and stand with me in the rain. I would love to be here anyway, watching top-level motorsport in the UK. I love it. So I'm in the right place, trust me. David Steele. Twice the coverage dropped just before Max. Well, in that case, bear with us. I can only apologise. We've had lots of trouble today, certainly with the weather not helping. We have got the footage, I promise you. All the cameras are out today, including the drones, and we will be bringing you the live footage to you. And if it's not quite live now, or it hasn't quite worked here today for us, then all the footage will be online afterwards, and you'll be able to catch up with all our highlights packages as well. So I know if it hasn't quite worked, producer Wayne will pull out all the stops to make sure everything is looking pucker online later. I can only apologise, but as you can see, we are struggling quite a bit with signal loss and weather conditions, really, more than anything. It's just the weather is playing havoc with us. Brian Cozier is also watching from Calgary, Alberta. Thank you very much for tuning in, Brian. We're hearing about your championship, the CRC championship, last night at the mini social evening with Owen Cure, one of the competitors and mechanics today. He's been on the spanners all morning for the mini teams. He was telling us all about it. He competed over in Canada and America many moons ago. We don't need to go into quite how long ago. It was only embarrassing. A long time ago. Mark Kelly and Will Atkins pressing on. I think it's fair to say Mark's got the hang of this little Fiesta, isn't it? Caught me out this morning when he came to the stop line at the end of the stage, and all of a sudden Mark Kelly's in a little Fiesta, and I was thinking, what's going on here? Where's he come from? Just wasn't expecting Mark. And then Will sat alongside him as well, the pair of them. I was amazed to see how much space Will had above his head. I think he must have been sat on the floor. Wasn't have bothered with a chair in that car. But, great to see the pair out, and Mark was having a whale of a time, and you can see just from that shot of him coming through these tricky little bends here, he's getting the hang of that, running nice and wide, just getting the car tucked into the road before it hits the scenery. He meant to do that, I promise. Yeah, looking very good, going well. Okie dokie, let's flank back to what's going on with regards to results. Okay, we've got a few more results coming through. So one stage to go then. Romet Jurgensen opens up a little bit of a lead at the top of the national rally. Now 3.5 seconds the advantage over Max McRae. More importantly, he is ahead of Will Crichton. Myrion Evans is still fourth position. 22.9 seconds off the lead. Ned Doherty making his way through Clock Enog 2. Didn't see Ned this morning, so back out for a stab at it this afternoon with Andy Farmer alongside another of the Toyota Starlet. running just behind Chris Richmond Hand on the road this morning, but dropped a bit of time. There is Tom Constantine, making his way through, Tony Walker alongside. Constantine family tuning in, waiting to see that, so they'll be happy now. Made it through stage 5, or 2/3 of stage 5 anyway. So try and wipe away the rain off my face as it's back to bucketing down again. So these are times after stage 6 then, so Brennick 2. Robert Jurgensen, he set a 4:59.1 through that one. Max McRae 5:02.5. Will Crichton 5:06.4. Gary Pearson 5:06.6. Myron Evans 5:07.7. Tom Williams 5:08.2. Kelly Gustafsson 5:08.4. So a little look at our interclub, which is the ones we're really sort of interested in, isn't it? Let's have a look and see if I can get some latest results. Brennick 2. So we have results after stage 6. Colin Minton enjoying the conditions by the looks of things. Slide in the R5 Fiesta. And on the wet stage here at Clocaenog. Matthew Hurst then has extended his lead to 53.3 seconds over Elliot Payne. So Elliot just struggling. He's lost a lot of time in this last one. David Hutchinson, Ulla Budzinska in the Rally Travel Escort, making their way through this second running of Clocaenog. It's showing that Nige Jenkins has had a 1-minute penalty for something. I don't know what it's for on official penalties. Let's have a little look here. 1 minute. Arriving earlier, MC1. Okay. Interesting. Plenty of people arriving early at places they shouldn't have done, so yeah, they've got to be confirmed anyway yet, so don't look into that too much at the minute. But, that's what Nige Jenkins got a minute penalty for, so that just drops him behind Dylan Fowler Bishop now at the head of the 1400 battle, class 9 that is. So Matthew Hurst 53.3 seconds ahead of Elliot Payne. Liam Clark is then probably about 40 seconds or so further back from Elliot. Alex Vassallo another 20 seconds or so further back. So without any dramas, that looks like that battle for the win today is sort of settled really. Matthew just too good for Elliot today. Struggled this morning with pace and setup. Seems like that's ongoing for the rest of the day. So just some breaking news for you, for those of you that are following the BRC. Will Crichton, Liam Regan have taken that championship win here on the Lewis & Hunter Contracting Limited Cambrian Rally 2025. The results obviously provisional at the minute, but the crews in the Toyota Yaris Rally 2 have made it through to the end of Alwyn 2, and it's looking like the win is theirs. So thank you very much for sticking with us here on a special stage. Like Ian Parker's just spotted as well, times now appearing for the final stage. They certainly are, cars are reaching the end. Rhys Davis, cheers Rhys, hoping you're keeping dry, Phil, back home in sunny Cheshire. I will be there later. I'll be back home later, nice and dry, warmed up in front of the fire. That's what I need. John Woodward and Kevin Aiken, Whitchurch Motor Club crew. Car number 70, Riley Chester's coming into view sideways in this Fiesta. Bonnie Papper will be having to check to make sure that car hasn't got R5 or Rally 2 machinery underneath it the way it was being driven then. She's some experience of those cars, and now sitting in with Riley in the R2 Fiesta. Should be wondering where all this power's come from. Pure talent, that is. Another name to make note of for the future. It's great to see so many youngsters coming through the ranks, and maybe at the lower levels of the sport at the minute as they work their way up. You know, we've watched Riley now for the last few years as in the juniors when he was 13, 14 years old, and now he's made his step up into let's say more experienced or quicker machinery. It's brilliant to see. Continuing that rise through the rally ranks. Two together. Howell Davies, Sean Rowlands, Pirelli Welsh Championship crew, and Dovey Valley, and Oliver Phillips and Barry Young. Nice to see Oliver out in the Opel Adam. That was the one that confused me earlier. I was waiting for it to say Constantine down the side, and it didn't. I should apologise really for that, Oliver. Shouldn't assume things, should I? Out in both Pirelli Welsh Championship and the Pro Tyre Auto Care BTRDA Championship this weekend. Rain really coming down hard now. You'll be able to see it on the images. It's not a nice place to be again at the minute. Not much fun unless you're a duck. Mark Warren watching from sunny Cumbria. Glad not marshalling this weekend. Shout out to all the Orange Army. Absolutely. Fraser Martin. He's another of the crews to suffer a puncture on this first stage this morning. fixing the issue at the side of the road straight after the stop line. And, got going again. Slightly older model of the Mitsubishi. I think I prefer that shape, to be honest with you. It's a good looking car, isn't it? Strange to think they're not too far off historic spec now. Frightening. Jordan Albury and Rich Jones out for some fun this weekend. Jordan lives just down the road here at Ruthin, so local rally for him. It's the second car to ride that ditch, and I still can't help myself. I still think there's going to be a big bang. But getting away with it, really lucky. I was paying that much attention to the car. I don't even remember who it was. What number?
79.
79. Eagle-Eye Jamie spotted. Arwell Parry, of course it is. Sorry, Arwell. I should have known, I just couldn't remember who it was. Catherine Price alongside. Yeah, car 79, Harlequin District Motor Club gang in that Subaru. Just checking there was nothing in that ditch for them. It's all clear. Bit of a recce for next year, I reckon. They know how hard to charge now. The light seems to be going as well. It's 5 o'clock here in the UK, and we're moving towards winter. It's starting to get a little bit dusky now. It wasn't particularly bright anyway, but now that the rain is belting down again, we're all getting absolutely drenched. It looks even doomier and gloomier than it ever has. It certainly isn't warming up, I can tell you that much. I'm absolutely frozen stood here. I've got my big jacket on, my big coat, thinking I'm all right, and I'm not. Woolly hat on. God help us. God help us, Mr. McTavish. Yeah. Imagine if it was like this for 5 days of the RAC, eh, Sam? Young Sam is about to experience the Roger Albert Clark Rally for the first time this year. I think we should do a video diary. Sam's video diary. He's an RAC Rally virgin, so it's going to be a whole new experience for him. Car 73, Steve Corky Ward. He can find his way through the stages well enough. John Millington is the man alongside him. Now, John has got lots of experience, but struggled out to the stage. We tried to catch up with him at the end of the stage, and he drove the wrong way up the escape road from the end of the stage, and then he came back a lot quicker than he went. Not very happy with the way he'd gone, and he came back towards us and turned the wrong way again and went up another wrong road. So lost quite a bit of time trying to find his way to the refuel and the passage control after stage 2 this morning. But, he's still going strong. Certainly not messing about in the stage anyway. They're looking at the speed. Even with an umbrella up, the water's getting onto my phone now. I can't keep everything dry. It's just so wet and cold. You'll hear me starting to shiver. First of the Land Rovers making its way through. Car 98. Miles Williams. Matthew Lowe. Lights ablaze on the Land Rover Bowler. I imagine relishing these conditions.
work with it. Just that.
Water in the camera to break out the chamois leather. Even with a waterproof cover on, camera is waterproof cover and we're still having to wipe the water off it. Just have an idea of what the rain is like. So, they don't like getting wet, you know, these cameras. They get grumpier than us. Honda Civic time. Martin Walters. Murray Fletcher. Continuing their attack on the Pirelli Welsh Rally Championship as we go towards the final round of the Wydene Rally in just a couple of weeks' time down in the Forest of Dean. This is the penultimate round here in the Cambrian. Simon Millington and Sam Kelter in their Escort. Another of the crews who are tackling both championships. Sam part of the BTRD8 Prototype Auto Care Championship, and Simon doing the Pirelli Welsh. Caseman, he seemed to be having issues this morning. He was steady away from the stop line, and I thought there was some sort of underlying issue in that car, whatever it was. If it was an issue, it might not have been, but whatever it was, he's got it dialed in now. Going really well is Kyle. Over from the Isle of Man, Martin Burns alongside. There'll be a little Isle of Man Manx battle going on there between Martin Jones and Kyle Caseman. We haven't seen Martin just yet. I don't know if he's still with us or not, but the crew in the Nova, Martin and Steve Luton, should be through any time now. Keep an eye out for those pair. But, if you've not seen any of the Martin Jones Nova videos that we've posted over the years from the Isle of Man, gee whiz, you need to go and watch those. That man knows how to drive a Nova. So let's have a little look, see if I can see if any more of the crews have made it to the end of Alwen. There's a few names still missing from the Alwen stage at the minute. That's the Subaru of the Aslets, Rob and Ashley. Car 88 making their way through the first stage of the afternoon. That seems a strange one to say, doesn't it? First stage of the afternoon. Got two more stages after this one. They head over to Brennig on the west side of the Clocaenog Forest Complex, and then just over the road into Alwen, before the crews make their way back north all the way to Llandudno Promenade. for the finish of this 70th running of the Cambrian Rally. This year sponsored by Lewis and Hunter Contracting Limited. So we're starting to run towards like sort of the last 20-25 cars now on the event. Certainly through this Clocanog stage, we'll bring you all the action as we get towards the end of this field as well. I'm looking forward to seeing the 350Z again. It's such a monster of a car, isn't it? I don't know whether it's my phone or my fingers that have given up now. Either one or both aren't working in tandem anyway. My phone's having a right fit at me while I'm trying to operate it and work out who's doing what. It's like I knew it was coming. Andy Darlington in the Subaru, making his way through. I think he's probably just been caught and passed, I guess, by James Grant-Smith and Tom Jordan in that awesome Datsun 350Z 2.4 litres. I'm not sure you need all 2.4 litres today with these wet, muddy, sloppy conditions. But anyway, it's fantastic to see that car out, and I'm sure he's enjoying himself. A rear-wheel drive fun in the forests of Wales. Tell you who we haven't seen today. Actually, I haven't seen either of the Armitage boys in the Peugeots. They were both at scrutineering yesterday. The 306 that we saw on the track rod that had its altercation with the scenery right in front of us. And the little 205 as well. I haven't seen either of them today. Team Armitage. Jenkins. Michael Jenkins, Michael Stanley, South Oxon Car Club crew. Making their way into the afternoon's stages. We've got some results missing from the
Cool down, but anyway, a little report back that fire extinguishers had to be used. Andy Butterfield in the Subaru Impreza has got purple mousse on his tail. Jonathan Wally, Peter Dennis in car 103. I can only assume that the Subaru has caught and passed the purple mousse. In these conditions, that Impreza will be relishing the mud. So, pushing towards the end of proceedings here. We've got a few cars missing by the looks of things. We're up into the hundreds now, and there's 110 cars showing on the entry list. So not too far off the end of the field here. We'll try and see who is what and what is where. So I need to, as I always do, I try to give a shout out to everybody as well. So what I need to do is start off by saying a big congratulations to the organising team for putting on this fantastic event. It's a massive task, massive undertaking to run an event like this, and it's never easy when you have problems on the first stage as well. So having those issues, turning things around and getting the ride to run for the rest of the day, it seems like it's been a fantastic event as well from the rest of the point of view. Tough conditions as well out there, especially if you're a marshal or a rescue crew or radio crews. Obviously are needed to relay information. Marshals out there stood, we have 3 stood here with us, getting wet throughout the day. It's a massive thank you to you guys as well for giving up your time as volunteers to come out and help these events run. Without you guys, it simply wouldn't ever happen. So thank you very much to the Orange Army out there, and the rescue crews as well, and recovery, as well as the paramedics and the radios, and the spectators as well. It was a sold-out event, sold out in advance of the day today. So
massive thank you to all the spectators for coming out and staying safe. We need you guys to spread the word of rallying around. Thank you to all our viewers, everyone who's tuned in to us today on Special Stage. We've enjoyed having you along for the ride. There is still time. If you haven't done it already, make sure you comment on the stream. We'll put you into that competition. Chance to win a Special Stage and Rallying Is Life Lombard RAC themed rally hat just in time for winter. You know you need one. I can't get them. Sam, can you get one of those hats? Nope. Nobody can get one of those hats. That's why, unless you enter the competition. 104. Team Laura Christmas, Laura Coolidge in the awesome little Toyota. To be fair, nice little car. That, it looks like it's going really well. We were talking before about not being too suited to these conditions, and they raised the suspension this morning, but they think they needed a little bit higher as well. And I don't blame them for that. To be fair, I think they probably are right with that one. But going well, and at the end almost of stage 5, Mark Lane, James Fleming in the EK4 Civic. They're also making their way towards the end of Clocaenog now. Only 2 miles or so to go from here. 1.5 miles, 2 miles or so, I would say. Meandering through the wind farm here on the top of Clocaenog Forest. In fact, the wind turbines in front of us are now shrouded in mist and cloud. It's that low cloud that's come creeping in. We're all starting to shiver now. I think we're all just about cold enough, aren't we? Is there any heaters around us? We could do with a heater. One thing that has happened is the rain stopped, so that's a bonus. Just in time for the end of the rally. I know. Started when the first car came into view. Finishes when the last one goes out of view. At least you can pack up in the dry. James Larmony in the bowler. Managed to get a little bit of shakedown in last week in Walters Arena. Helped set the car up ready for this weekend. He's enjoying himself in that. I imagine that's quite a good, fun car to be in as well today. For the first time since the first car came through, I've just moved my arm. It's been in the upright position with the microphone to my mouth ever since the start. I've just tried to move my arm. I think it's set in stone there. I think it's frozen position. It's the pain in my muscle. I was like, oh, what's going on here? I haven't moved my arm since every time it was 2:30, 3 o'clock. Car 109, Archie Hine. Paul Barbett alongside. Congratulating Archie on his quality drive. First time out on gravel as well. So Archie going really well in the Fiesta. Enjoying himself nonetheless. And so far so good, bringing it home. A couple more stages to go now. Over the other side of the forest in Brennig and Alwen. To keep it on the road, keep it shiny side up, and job done. So just one more car listed. Simon Austin. David Vardy, car 110. We saw them through this morning. We'll keep an eye out for them again. And we have 107 first. He's going to sneak into view first for us. Here we go. Team Ablett, how could I forget? Kevin Entana in the Mini. And rounding things off should be car 110. A final competitor on the stage today. The final car we will bring you from this fantastic forest here in the north of Wales, Clocaenog Forest. Stage 5 of the Lewis and Hunter Contracting Limited
Cambrian Rally. 70th year it's run as well. It's unbelievable when you think of all the drivers over those years that have competed here in Wales on these incredible and iconic stages. It's quite a thought, actually, isn't it? A piece of history we are. The longest running rally in the UK. The rain's kicking in again, just as you don't want it to. Oof. Okay, car 110. Let's have you. Here we go. Nicely done. Nice and safe, no heroics. That's what we like. We've got to get through to the end. Simon Austin and David Vardy in the Mini. So that is it for the 2025 edition of the Cambrian Rally. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in to the Pirelli Welsh Rally Championship and Pro Tyre Auto Care BTRDA Rally Championship coverage that we've brought you. We had the Minis along for the ride this morning as well in the Mini Challenge. But from me, Phil Bramwell, and the team here in a very, very wet and damp and gloomy North Wales, I desperately need a warm-up. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in and staying with us. We look forward to speaking to you again in just a week's time while we tackle the Circuit Rally Championship Round 1 from Alton Park. All the best, everybody. Take care. We will see you very, very soon.